Hey guys, and welcome to game number 27 of 100 of my redemption series against the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot. We haven't been getting a lot of redemption so far, as we are currently sitting at 6 wins and 20 losses. A pretty brutal start in the first 26 games of this series. We need some wins urgently, and hopefully that starts today. BestBot is going to be first. I've got a somewhat consonant-heavy, but also potentially good for scoring rack here, with F, M, P, and Y. Maybe looking at words like yomp or foamy, depending on what the bot does. Bot plays planche. That takes an E, which I do not have, unfortunately, but we'll want to keep that in mind. I expect it'll come up sooner or later. First thing I'm seeing is comfy. It scores 30, which is pretty solid. ADP, not the best leave in the world, but certainly not the worst. Probably about as good a leave as I'm going to get with this consonant-heavy rack. So unless I can come up with something better, that looks like the play. Nothing through this H. Like I said, I don't have an E to hook planche. I could play foam here, I guess, or above planche. 27. I feel like DPA is a little better than DPY. DPY is better for scoring, but could run into some consonant issues. I think I'm going to play comfy. Well, I like that draw a lot, guys. ST blank. I guess OST blank, but anything with ST blank, rarely a bad draw in Scrabble. So, options, let's see. I can hook the E, as I was saying before, and play Podesta. Doesn't hit a double word, but still scores pretty well, 75. It does give back a big hotspot down the N column next to that O, if the bot has the X or a K. So, I'm not sure about that. What other options? Hop toads, dash pots, not going to fit through the H. Pothead's also not going to fit. Anything through this L? I mean, tadpoles, but that doesn't score much. Alright, Ho comes down, so Podesta's still an option if I can't come up with anything else. Spadefoot. I'd need FO instead of OF. That would be pretty cool, though. Anything ending in proof? There's a surprising number of long words ending in proof. Tadproofs. I don't think so. Dustproof. That might be good. I'm not sure, but I don't have a U. How about through this Y? Dystopia goes off the board. Anything else? It's hard to get the Y in the middle of the word. I guess I could end in like TY or something. But I don't think it's possible. I don't see any H through the Y other than dystopia. So, alright, let's just look once more through this L here, because if I can get to the triple, that would be worth it. If not, I probably will take Podesta. It's just so many points more than tadpoles. And taking out that E hook at least is good, because that'll give a lot of high-scoring bingos back. Pot shard hardtops also not fitting through this H. It's worth mentioning. But alright, how about this L? Yeah, tadpoles. What else even is there? There's not a whole lot. Huh. I guess it's just not as good a rack as it looks like at first. Alright, I think let's play Podesta. I just can't find anything that scores nearly as many points. And that's actually a pretty good draw. I don't think I have a bingo. Wow, Vim comes down instantly. Interesting, okay. I'm a little surprised just how instant that play was. I wonder if I can infer anything from that. I'm pretty happy to see that play, though. No X or K. That could have been a lot worse. So that sets up Oma on the right. Could play there. I could play Aw for 23, I guess. Maybe there's something better. Let's see. Anything here? I mean, I don't want to keep the W, I don't think. Doesn't feel like a good play. Yeah, I don't have a ton of options. I mean, I don't necessarily have to go there. Like, it's actually a pretty big equity sacrifice to go there. Like, EGLN is fine, but it's not great. Keeping the A really helps the leave. Like, if I do this for 27, I get 4 more points, and I save the A. Like, I'm also not up much, guys. I'm only up 10 before my turn. I don't think I want to start sacrificing large amounts of equity to play defense. This is also nice because it sets up an E for Howl or an L for Howl. So I actually like this play a lot positionally. And yeah, given how quickly the bot played Vim, it probably has an A. But it also could have just had like a bunch of I's and consonants. Like, it's not guaranteed to have an A. It was just interesting to me how quickly it played Vim. Like, for BestBot, for a play that's not a bingo, that's extremely fast. Like, this is not HastyBot we're playing here. This is BestBot, so it's interesting. I'm curious to see in the analysis what BestBot had with that. That made the play so blatantly obvious. But yeah, I think Y here is going to be my play. Alright, need an I for bleeding tangible. The B, not exactly what I was hoping to get. But I'll have some options here. If the right stays open... Wow, Yuts now. Yeah, the bot just plotting through a lot of clunky tiles. No E's played yet, guys, this game. Actually, no, one E. I just played the first one with Y. Okay, never mind. But still, a disproportionately low number of E's, I should say, played this game. 10 E's still unseen. So, really no need to stress about spending my E here, as with 10 more E's left, I'm pretty likely to get another. So I'm liking Gable right now. It scores well, 35 points, keeps NT, blocks the right. I don't have much next to Yuts. I mean, I can play here. I can play neat, but it's actually fewer points, and this leave is not particularly good. Anything ending in like EN? Nothing particularly good, I don't think, or ET for that matter. I mean, I could play Aglet, but that's still less than Gable. Yeah, I think Gable is just got to be the best play here. 35 keeping NT with all those E's. Seems pretty good. Let's do it. I like that. There are... I never remember, is it 6 or 7 sevens with this rack? Let's see. Entails, Elastin, Tenails, Nailset, Salient, Slainta, and Saltine. There's 7. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. 7 sevens with this rack. Several of them play under How. I can play Saltine or Slainta under PE, but I'd rather not do that since it opens so much. No 8s through the L, I don't think. I have Panelist, Pain Tiles, Plainest through the P. But right now, probably the 7s hooking How are going to look best. Alright, he plays 5. So I should be able to still get something here, right? I mean, I can play Nail Set above 5. That looks reasonable. 74. Let's see, Entails doesn't fit. Elastin, no, doesn't fit. Nail Set, oh, I guess Nail Set also fits under here. How many more is that? 1 more? I feel like for 1 point I should play it above. Yeah, I mean this... I'm not even that worried about the S-hook on its, honestly. Like, it's hard to get that many points with a word starting with an S that's not a bingo. It's more just... Stuff can still play through this IT potentially for a lot. Like Axite. There's no Z, which makes it a little less scary. But like Axite can go down pretty easily for 60. Kite is an easy 40 or so. There's a lot of plays under the NA. Like, I think it's just prudent for... It's only 1 fewer point. Like, let's just play it here. Alright, we got a blank. I'm liking the way I'm drawing this game. 2 U's. Kintar for 70. Okay, I didn't expect that. BestBot not going to go down without a fight, but I should be bingoing here, I think? Luxuries with a blank X. Not every day you see a blank X. That's only 58. There's also Purlieu's. Shout out to this word, which Ian Weinstein played against me in Game 1 of the 2024 SPC Finals. Also 58. But I like Luxuries better because this keeps the bottom triple-triple open. Non-bingo triple-triple is actually still a significant threat through this RS. Potentially, like, Dressage would still play for like 90 points among other things. So I think Luxuries is better because that actually completely blocks the bottom triple. I mean, I'm not worried about Arc for 21, obviously. But the question is, can I bingo for more than 58? I guess I can with Nerulas for 60. I think at that point, though, I'd rather just play Luxuries and sacrifice 2 points to block the bottom. Anything through the L and L set? Also, I mean, I assume there's nothing through this R. I haven't really looked, but I guess I should quickly. 2 U's, 2 R's is pretty tough. Nurtures, no. I doubt it. That's a lot of R's and U's. Oh, from, like, through the Q. Liqueurs actually almost fits. Querulous would need another U. And an O. Doubt there's anything through this L. 2 U's, 2 L's? No. Alright, I think luxuries it is. I mean, it's very good positionally. The only downside is it scores 58 points. But hey, it's still a bingo. I shouldn't be complaining too much. Alright. Man! Another bingo comes down. Oh man, this was a ward at some point? I honestly can't remember whether this got expurgated. I almost feel like it did. This might be an expurgated word. Honestly, guys, I'm going to forgo it because I have Wicker for 60. It's only 6 less points. I don't risk somehow losing my turn. I think the other word is still valid, but I'm not positive. And this is, like, better almost because it takes out the C. I could even just play Wick, honestly, keep EIRN. Like, there's no way I'm risking losing my turn when I have this as an option. There's no way. Like, yeah, it would technically be a missed bingo, but the bingo is barely better, if at all, because blocking the C has value. Maybe I just play Wick. This is interesting. Okay, I have 10 minutes. Let's think about this. So, the pool is vowel heavy. 16 vowels, 14 consonants. So keeping the ER does give me a little protection against an excessively vowel heavy rack. There are bingo lines here. I've got some floaters in Crenode. Got the W now. There are some scoring tiles that would be good to get. I just get nervous about playing a lot of tiles into this pool with all the vowels. I think keeping EIRN does have a bit of value. I can also draw Wickeder. I'm actually very likely to get Wickeder. With all those E's left, I just need one more D. I think I'm going to play Wick. Yeah, I mean, like I said, even if the bingo through the L is valid, it's 12 more, which is a bit. But, I mean, to spend 12 points to keep EIRN into this pool and also block the C, I don't think is crazy. It's maybe a small mistake, but, like, I'm not chancing this against BestBot in this position. It's a little aggravating, because like I said, I'm positive that bingo was valid at one point, but I just feel like it got taken out of the dictionary for some reason. But, anyway, I'm going to play Wick here. If I'm wrong, it's not a big mistake. Alright. Letter N is not great, but this certainly could be worse. Still a very vowel-heavy pool. 15 vowels and 12 consonants. Bot plays good. So I'm up a bit. I wouldn't mind trying to block some space. What do I have through this N? See, I need to be a little cautious about doing this, because I give back such a good double-double line. It makes me a little bit nervous. Maybe Neb is not crazy. Yeah, I don't think this is actually all that crazy. I mean, it blocks a ton of bingos. I'm going to be up 40 points. I could still get outscored, but it's not going to be that easy. I think this is not unreasonable. Still have a decent chance to hit Wickeder, although I need that last D. Huh. Maybe I'm better off... See, I get nervous again about plays like this, though. Drawing into a vowel-heavy pool, keeping just an E. And Bonier gives back a really easy line for 7s above the E and the R. And there are still a lot of good bingo tiles left, so I like the idea of playing some bingo defense. Like, there is a Jade and X, but neither of them have any particularly high-scoring spots on this board. I feel like BestBot would have confidence in its endgame skills to do this and go into a 40-point lead on this board. I mean, maybe I play Neb here, though. I mean, that's 6 more. That's a bit more. All I leave open is the U, which is hard to hit in a vowel-heavy pool. And also scores like nothing, and starting with an N, which is also tough. Maybe I do this. That might be a little better. Yeah, the 6 points do help, and it also takes out 9s through like the EN, which could become a factor. I think I prefer this. This is what I'm going to probably settle on. Yeah, alright, let's play Neb here. I think that's reasonable. Alright, Argon 9. Well, axe immediately for the bot, okay. And see, like, this is what I'm talking about. The bot is creeping pretty close already, so I need to be careful about getting outscored. Very careful. Wicking doesn't get there. Yeah, Argonine not gonna fit. Huh, okay. What do I want to do? Yeah, the problem with this racket is a little bit tough for me to score. Down to under 5 minutes. Still a J left. Kind of want to burn through a lot of these tiles. Huh. Yeah, wickering is not a word. Wickeder is still a threat if the D is on BestBot's rack. Maybe I want to do something about that. It's hard to, though, without scoring like nothing. Yeah, like, what am I going to do? I don't want to play ring into this pool. I'm really worried about all those vowels. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. It's very hard for me to score. I want to get rid of one of these I's. There's just not a whole lot of good plays. I mean, rig? Maybe Ra. Or Rhea. Just doing this for 9? I don't want to score 9 points, though. That's the problem. Huh. It does give back a line for bingos, too. I don't think I like that. Maybe Rye here for 12 at least. Get rid of a couple of vowels. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Think. Tough position. Yeah, I don't see anything that jumps out to me as clearly better. I need to also save some time. So, alright, let's go for this. 2 T's. Oh, uttering from the U. If that stays open, okay. Well, if the bot bingo's out, I could be in trouble, but it's not that likely on this board. I have to do this, clearly. Alright, the bot's not bingo now. Lana got that bingo, though. BestBot was quickly coming back on the scoreboard there, and that was one of my biggest concern when I played Neb. Maybe I shouldn't have played Neb and committed to that closed board. I don't know. Benny just seemed too foolish at that score to open a double-double line. It didn't even score that much more than Neb. Maybe Rye was a mistake? I don't know. Like, I'm going to win this game, obviously. Like, but I just feel like that could have slipped away very easily if I wasn't careful. As Ajis comes down, keeping 2 O's. Alright, earner and re-earn, which are not going to fit, I don't think. Nearer as well. Where's the bot going out with its 2 O's? I guess new. Under Crenode, I'm sure it's got some other spots too. Yeah, I mean, it can play Woo. So maybe I should just play near under here. Do I have anything through this I mean, rain for 15. We play near on top. Rani, Arene, Reran. Reran might be worth it. Let's see. So Reran, I have a minute to figure this out. 19. Bot gets 12, plus 7, plus 5 after it gets 2 for the E. Okay. So that's plus 5. If I go here, 16. Bot goes out for 6. That's plus 10. Bot gets 6. That's only plus 4. Okay. So I think I'm one better off playing reran, if my math is correct, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. And, oh, gets 2 there for 1 more. Alright, so I guess it would have been a wash, but that's okay. Alright, phew, 464 to 434. A good win here. A win I felt like I should have won by more. I mean, I bingoed a lot. I bingoed, let's see, Podesta, Now Set, Luxuries, Othering. I bingoed 4 times, and I needed every one of them. How many? Wait, did BestBot only bingo once? Yeah, BestBot only bingoed with Crenode. Wow. That's actually crazy. I out-bingoed BestBot by 3. So that's 150 additional points worth of bingo bonuses, and I only won by 30. That just shows you guys how much more BestBot was scoring than me when I didn't bingo. Yeah, I mean, I guess Kintar was 70. That was more than, like, 2 of my bingos. And then just, yeah, I guess BestBot scored well with all the high point tiles. Yutz was almost 40, Axe was almost 40, Ahi's was like low 30s. Although I did get Wick for a lot too. Wow. Good game there. Very interesting. Glad I came away with the win. Let's take a look at these turns. So the bot opens with Planche, keeping a V. That looks pretty clear. Comfy seems like my best option. Ho keeping double V. Wow, I figured the bot had a much better leave than this. I guess what else are you going to do? I mean, Viva keeps a much better leave, but you're giving up 17. I don't know, I feel like this is close. Keeping 2 Vs is so bad. Especially like when this Planche hook is open, you really want to turn over some tiles and build towards a bingo and try to draw an E. I might have actually played Viva here, honestly, if this were my turn. Like, I know it's 17 fewer points, but you go from a horrible leave to actually a pretty decent leave. And early in the game on a board with a lot of volatility, like, I don't know, getting rid of those Vs has a lot of merit. This is close, guys. I think I would have gone with Viva, but BestBot opting to take the points. Death still looks good. Postpaid, I definitely did not see, but I honestly didn't really look through that P just because I knew it wasn't going to score anything. And yeah, Tadpole's the only thing through the L, nothing through the Y, so 75 is just too many to give up. That looks good. Alright, so that's what the bot had. Yeah, I had no idea the bot was going to have kept 2 Vs with Ho. That was surprising. But yeah, I guess Vim... Is Vim really an insta-play over Viva, though? Really? Man, that seems like... I mean, BestBot played Vim and it felt like a second. 4 seconds, which for BestBot is still pretty fast. I'm surprised. I mean, Viva feels at least worth considering, right? Is the hook just so much more dangerous because Pot takes a lot more back hooks? I guess with Vim you do save the A, so is that the idea? But the M is a lot better than the V. I mean, I get the logic for Vim. I might have... It's close. I might have done Vim, but to me this is not a 4-second decision, even if you're BestBot. I'm a little surprised that BestBot did this so quickly. Viva's a very worthy of consideration option here. Interesting. Okay, so anyway, bot goes with Vim. Yeah, I think you have to play Y here. I didn't consider a new for 32. That's not crazy. But the A and the N just help this leave so much with the G. Like, EGL is not a particularly good leave. Angle is a fantastic leave. I think this is easily worth the 5-point sacrifice. Wow, the bot pulls YUZ. Yeah, Yutz looks pretty clear here. Zod does go down for 44, but UVY is horrible. This also keeps the A for Oma. That's got to be better. Gable looks good. 5... Yeah, I mean, you open a lot of scoring options here. You got to get rid of this F and this V. Worth mentioning, an N would give the bot Vinifera, but there are no N's on this board. Yeah, 5 looks reasonable. Good draw for me. I did see Nail Set here, but for 1 point, I'll definitely take the safer option. As it turns out, I gave the bot exactly what it needed, though, for Kintar. So yeah, BestBot just kept hanging in there. Alright, I saw all my bingos here. Yeah, Neurola's for 60, but I think Luxuries has to be better just because of its defensive value. Fine with that call. Bot comes back with Crenode. Okay, so I was correct. Wow, I'm glad I didn't play that bingo. It has been expurgated. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those words, like I said, it used to be good and now it's not. It's tough to keep track of those, but glad I didn't take the chance. I'm glad I had plays like Wick and Wicker available, because if I didn't, I probably would have played it. I was sort of leaning towards it still being good, to be honest, but... Yeah, I think Wick is fine over Wicker, like I said. 6 fewer, but EIRN a really good leave. And with a potentially dangerous pool, you want to do a little disaster aversion with a lead. I think this is fine. Bot has goodies, but doesn't play. Yeah, Neb here, I guess there's just no better scoring option. Yeah, I mean, this is one more point. I don't want to give back this double-double line, though. That just seems crazy. Maybe I do play Bin. There's enough E's left in vowels. Yeah, maybe I should have played Bin. Probably should have, actually. Yeah, I got a little too fixated on keeping one of my E's, but there's 4 E's and so many vowels. I do think I should have played Bin here, guys. Like, it's one more. But the E might be more of a liability than an asset at this point. I think it's actually a better play. So, probably a small mistake here, but not like a big one or anything. Axe comes down. Yeah, I mean, I thought about this, but I don't think it bingos that much, right? Like, an A gives me Energia, E gives me Regine, but, like, none of those play. And I don't think any 8s play. A Nearing, Regainer don't fit. Like, I just don't think this bingo's enough. Orangier doesn't fit with an O. I don't even know if anything fits with a T. Like, there's just nowhere for 7s. Like, can I even bingo with a T? Nothing through a U? I don't even think I can bingo with a T. Yeah, the fish of one tile can't be right. Maybe Adagi is better. I mean, the G is a good tile to keep, though, especially with all these vowels, just as a non-1-point tile. I don't think Rai is terrible here. There just are not a lot of good options. Interesting turn. Even Ray, honestly, has some merit, because there are 4 E's and 2 A's left. Yeah, it's interesting. These are tough turns, guys, to get right. Like, nothing stands out. These are the hardest turns in Scrabble, and the most frustrating turns. It's like, you have a pretty good rack. You feel like there should be some standout option, but there's not. Like, any of these plays you could make arguments for. They're all close. I think my play is fine. I don't think this is a good play, but this I feel strongly about. In this position, this is not a good play. You don't want to play one tile here. I think this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. This I definitely don't like at all with the EGAD hook and J available for JOE. I don't like G at all here, especially keeping 3 vowels with a vowel-heavy pool. I think it's one of the top, or one of Adagi, Rai, and Ray. I think my play is fine. Certainly worked out okay. Bot with a lot of vowels, but keeps scoring. Bot actually takes a lead here. Thankfully, I got uttering down, and I just had to hope that the bot couldn't bingo out, which it couldn't. Reran looks good. Okay, so pretty clean game here, I would say, guys, on my part. I mean, a couple interesting turns. Rai was tough. Neb might have been a small mistake. Overall, though, I'm really happy with how I played this game. It was a game where I certainly drew well. I got both blanks, 3 of the S's, but the bot with all the high point tiles really kept the scoring pressure on there. That was a game that like felt like it should have been an easy win the way I was drawing, but it was far from an easy win. Very far from one. BestBot, as it always does, put up a great fight. So really happy with how I played this one. Really glad to come away with a big win here. We improved now to 7-20, which it's funny to say improving to 7-20. That just shows you how rough a start I've had this series. But hey, you know, got to start the comeback somewhere. So hopefully this is the beginning of bigger and better things for us in this series. We'll see. Hopefully we can get another win on Wednesday to improve to 8-20. But time will tell. In any case, that's going to be it for this one today, guys. Really appreciate all you guys watching this video and your support of my channel, as always. Thank you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for game number 28. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.